Welcome back to The Law Factor Live. We're here in the studio and we're talking about cancers that are more prevalent to men. It's something that you asked us to do and we're doing it. So please take advantage of it. Well, you have actually, because I just have too many questions that we can, can't possibly go through with them. I'm just waiting for us to get in touch with Mr. Moffat, and as soon as we do, we'll go through. Well, we actually have him on the line, so I would like to welcome Mr. Maurice Moffat on the DFL set. Although you're not with us, you're with us in spirit and in mind. So thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for asking me.
Good. Maurice,
Pleasure.
tell us a little bit about you. What cancer do you have at this moment?
Okay, I am a sufferer with prostate cancer. I would like to say I'm a survivor, but I can't say that yet. I'm still waiting.
And how long have you had it?
Prostate cancer. Sorry?
How long have you had prostate cancer?
Well, we realized after a biopsy in July of 2011. However, I've been watching my prostate for quite some time, since 2009, because I had a mildly enlarged prostate, which caused some problems with urinating at times. However, it wasn't until July that we found PSA had climbed, and we had a biopsy, and there my urologist found that I had a cancer, a Gleason 7 he called it, which was not aggressive, but it definitely was not what shall I say, easy either. So it was from there that I found out that I had cancer and started to look at how to go about getting rid of it, or what next to do.
And how did you begin to treat it?
Well, first, when I found out I had a cancer, I was very depressed. I didn't think I should have had a cancer. I lived a healthy life, or I thought I did. And I figured, why me? However, after a while, I thought, well, what we've got to do is to see how we can sort it out. And my urologist recommended that I have a second opinion, because he was of the opinion that it would be best to have surgery. I wasn't very happy about that, pretty much like what Rufus was saying, that you hear that when you have that, this is it, goodbye for your home life. So anyway, I did not want to have anything intrusive at the time, and so I started looking around. I got a second opinion. Another urologist came around too, and it was then I met some doctors from Cuba, and I was introduced to Vidatox, which is the cancer-fighting drug from Cuba. And the doctor Caridad Rodriguez, who was the head of toxicology department in La Biopharm, Cuba, told me about it, and she said there was one great thing about Vidatox, that Vidatox, she would guarantee, would improve my life, and this is how I went to Vidatox and how I've been taking it. And just recently we had another biopsy and there was no cancer, so I am hoping above hopes that we've got rid of it. But as you know, it's not something that you can be sure of. I'll have to keep trying. In January, I'm going back again for another test.
And with this Vidatox, because not everyone, believes in homeopathic medicine, but you're saying that this worked for you.
Well, it more than works for me, and I can't say it's just my mind, because frankly, I have no pain. I have a good appetite. Inflammation, I don't feel anything like that. How can I explain it?
How is it? How do you take it?
All over the world taking Vidatox.
How do you take it? Is it how do you apply it?
Twice a day. You take 5 drops in the morning, sublingual, and in the evening, before you go to bed, another 5 drops, 5 or 6 drops. I take it about 6 drops, and that's it. That's all it is. And it's the venom of a scorpion indigenous to Cuba, and it has a history behind it that the native Cubans have been using it for years for a number of other ailments, and the research conducted shows they claim that it works. So I am on it, and I do feel very confident about it.
All right, whilst you're there, Maurice, let me ask the doctor. Doctor, you know, people think that a doctor will not like any homeopathic medicines. They just want what the scientists say we should have. You've heard what Maurice has to say. What are your thoughts?
Well, the thing is, doctors prescribe medication that have been proven via clinical trials, you know, experiments on a large scale, you know, of patients and so on, with controls that we know will work for you, or at least will work for 80% of persons who try it, or 90% of persons who try it, until proven otherwise, until there's something better. So, you know, I won't say that doctors are not would be totally averse to using homeopathic medication. If this homeopathic medication has been scientifically tested and it has been shown to do what it has to do, then I see no reason why we should, you know, not subscribe to it.
And have you heard of this?
Absolutely. And I've looked at the research, and I've looked at some of the papers that has been, you know, presented, and I've been convinced that Vitatox is an excellent alternative. But as far as I'm aware, it is best used in conjunction with conventional treatment. So the document suggests that if you use it along with chemotherapy, along with radiotherapy, then it's how it's most efficient. I think that as far as I've read, that Vitatox on its own may not be necessarily the direct cure for the cancer. However, it would stimulate your immune system, which is a fundamental aspect to fighting your cancer. And just as we alluded to earlier on, your health is more than just the disease. So stress is something that we know that suppresses your immune system, and therefore, you know, if you're able to boost that immune system, stimulate it by using this Vitatox, then you're able to fight those cells better.
Okay, well, let me just ask, because Maurice is still here. Before we say goodbye to you, Maurice, I'm sure there are lots of viewers saying, didn't hear about that, sounds really interesting, how do I get that? How do they get Vitatox?
Well, Vitatox is very, very simple. You can get it either from us at 720-8432. I carry some of it. You can get it from Eden Herbs, Rodney Bay, 452-7308. You can get it from the Island Pharmacy on the Chaussee Road, or Total Health Care Pharmacy in Viewfort. And can I just say one thing? There was a group that I joined which has really helped me out, Faces of Cancer. I have found that this group was very, very helpful in so many ways. And these people work very, very hard. And one of the ladies I met in Faces of Cancer, I take my hat off to her. She had breast cancer when she was 50. She celebrated her birthday yesterday, 57. And what happened is she was on her way. She was already in the hospital for a mastectomy, but her pressure was too high. She was sent home, and when she got home, she thought to herself, that's an omen. I am not going under the knife. And she went into herbal medicine and dieting. And it's 5 years later. She is still around with both the breasts. She's a very happy person, and she's willing to tell any and everybody what she's doing. She's on herbs and the vegetarian diet that she works on. So the alternative ways can work. I don't know how often, but it certainly can work. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because Vitatox, as far as I'm concerned, is really what's saving me. I feel as happy as a lark, and I continue to feel that way.
Well,
I'll take it.
Well, we wish you all the best with that, Maurice, and for your continued improvement, and my regards to everyone who is supporting other cancer survivors. So thank you so much for calling.
Thank you very
Delor
much for
Factor
having
Live.
me, and all the best to you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
All the best. Bye.
All right, viewers, well, you've heard that's an alternative side of looking at things or viewing things. Your thoughts? We can have those too. But unfortunately, the time is running by, so we're going to go to a quick break, and then we come back. We're just going to be wrapping up. So this is Delor Factor Live. We'll see you soon.